welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Detroit Lions and the Buffalo Bills. All that and more coming up next.
With the eyes of the world watching, it's time for the biggest event of the year, as we're proud to welcome you to the Super Bowl. Tonight, with a hallowed Lombardi trophy in the building, it's a battle to raise it at midfield between the Detroit Lions and the Buffalo Bills. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Khalif Raymond to return it. Finds some space, he's past the 30. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. So the Lions take the field for their first drive. They're led out by someone who's fought through the doubters all through his career, and he just keeps putting up numbers. Jared Goff.
Kate, there are other flashier quarterbacks that make more highlight reel plays than Jared Goff. There certainly are bigger and stronger athletes playing the position today, but Jared's just a throwback. A guy that understands the timing and the precision. I love that he knows what he is and what he isn't when it comes to his skills. And it's why he's been able to flourish in multiple places and why he continues to sustain a lot of success in this league.
And his first pass falls incomplete.
Well, QB put it pretty close to the sideline to begin with, and the defender, look at him, just put his little hand right out there and just encouraged it to fall out of bounds.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Pass is caught. That's Tim Patrick. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Third down, 1 yard to go. Goff. Complete beyond the marker. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Kate, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
Ball on the 45, first and 10. First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Ed Oliver there to make the stop. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Rush coming for Goff. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the intended receiver. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
Goff on 3rd. He has the first over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Shotgun snap here to Goff. This is complete to Patrick. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Throwing again, it's Goff. Finds his man, it's Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Time to start the scoring in this Super Bowl, partner. We've got 1st and goal. They'll run here. It's Montgomery. And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
The loss sets him up at the 9-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. This one's caught. And he's out of bounds at the 3. Nearly got to the end zone there. So now, here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Goff. Oh, he nearly reeled that in, as close as you can get, but just an exciting incompletion.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
On 4th down, the Lions going to try to put 3 on the board here with Jake Bates. Angling this one in from the right hash, the challenge here. Bates' kick is up and good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. He fields it from the 8. He's stopped on the return at the 27. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. And leading them out, someone who's still the pride of Wyoming University and Fireball, California. One of the league's best and biggest arms, Josh Allen.
We've seen a lot of big arms come and go in the NFL. Few translate that talent, though, into stardom, quite like Josh Allen. It's fun for me on the college football road when I ask these young quarterbacks who they idolize, who they look up to, and just about every big guy that can run says the same thing, Josh Allen, because that skill set is so tantalizing. A player who can rip off a highlight reel play with the pass and just as easy with the down in just about any situation.
And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Allen on the play action. He fires one deep down the left sideline.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That's into the hands of Moore. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I like crossing routes versus zone coverage. But man, do I love crossing routes versus man-to-man. So hard on those defenders to stick with those receivers all the way across the field. Even for the best athletes at that position, those throws are almost impossible to stop.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Working from the gun, it's Allen. He's on the move. He tucks it and takes off. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
Putting a receiver in motion. Allen setting up play action. That finds his man. It's Keon Coleman. And he gets him around 6 there. DJ Reed brings him down that time.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Gets this to Kincaid. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
Working inside the red zone. That's complete to Coleman on the slant. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Allen gonna throw again. Catch is made in close. And in, touchdown Buffalo. So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. You know, kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
Tyler Bass on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bills one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. Bass now to kick this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Throwing is gone. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio. This guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
On first down, it's Gibbs. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Off play action, Goff. He puts some air under this one, deep right. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Throwing now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
On comes Jack Fox to handle the 4th down punt for the Lions. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Call that punt a 52-yard effort. And the Bills will take over possession. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. That's the end of one here in Super Bowl 59. 7-3 is our score. We'll return to New Orleans right after this. Welcome back. The team is set, so let's get back to it. 2nd quarter of Super Bowl 59 from New Orleans. 2nd and 1. Team's getting out there and ready to resume play. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once. I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see? I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
This is reeled in by Joshua Palmer. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
There's no route on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Again, Allen to the air. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Well, that's a game that has its roots in preparation during the week. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of stuff. Identifying ways to target the coverage and creating opportunities for big completions.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. To throw again, it's Allen. Finds Kincaid. And he's able to get this down to the 13. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They've got a man in motion. To the air again, Allen. And he takes it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills Now lead by 10. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Bass on for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Bills drive their lead to 11. Bass now to kick this away. Here's Raymond on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Lions getting ready to return to the field. It's a 14-3 ball game as they take over following the score. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. They gain 14 on the play. And that gives the Lions the first. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Coming right is Gibbs. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Tackled on the play by Taylor Rapp. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. They'll motion a tight end left. This is Gibbs on 2nd down. They touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a first.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Out of the shotgun, Goff. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Well, that throw, Kate, pretty clean out of his hand. Just looked like it didn't get through the defense clean enough. Somebody tips it away and saves a potential completion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Looking to throw, Goff. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Goff. Pass complete to Gibbs. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field. Finally, some justice for the quarterbacks. They're so rarely protected in today's game, Brock. The refs saw roughing the passer, and his side gets a 1st down plus some yardage.
You take it down a notch, all right? You haven't been hit by the guys in this league. And you got to protect these poor, fragile quarterbacks. In this case, move the sticks as well.
You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
To the right and hauled in by Laporta. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Third down run by Gibbs. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. On fourth down, the Lions going to try to put 3 on the board here with Jake Bates. It's a 33-yard look from the right hash. Bates' kick is up and good. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
That lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Return coming from the 6. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. The Bills and quarterback Josh Allen ready to get back to work now on offense. They have played lights out on offense, scored their first 2 times out, Brock. A chance to go 3 for 3 and grow that lead here. They've got first down from the 31. Palmer motioning right. Now Allen off the play action. Connection made to Coleman. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Tackled by Jack Campbell. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Play action now with Allen. Able to hit Palmer, complete. And he's out of bounds, up at midfield. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Bills first down. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 47. This one's quickly to Shakir. And he takes it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills lead by 14. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Bass on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bills lead by 15 now. pass now to kick this away. Craig Reynolds to return it. This return makes it up to the 25. Now the Lions offense gets ready to return to the field. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Receiver in motion, headed right. Short pass brought in. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit. We've reached the 2-minute warning. The Lions driving ahead. Markers reset, ball at the 37. On 1st down, it's gone. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball, left side. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. So 2nd down coming up.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
To throw again here, 2nd and 10, it's gone. Complete out to the right side. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down. Lions really moving with a sense of urgency. Clock keeps running. Goff now on 3rd down. Throwing deep for the end zone. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
Boy, take a look at that. Look at him locking down his area of the end zone. They could bring it in close enough to take shots, but there are no easy touchdowns.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. The Bills and Khalil Shakir headed out on offense now. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone, but through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Allen. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch, but then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too different, Kate, than a pass rusher that gets a sack. You know what happens? Got to slide to him, got to chip to him. You get a receiver that gets it going like this, you know more contact and more focus is coming his way.
And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Cook trying this one up the gut. And he's stopped after a nice gain up past the 25. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Here's Jake Camarda to send it skyward on 4th down. Deep for the Lions, Khalif Raymond. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And a fair catch made without incident, just inside the 25. No return on that punt. And the Lions will go on offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Detroit calls timeout. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Another try following the sack. He throws a bullet down the left sideline. This is caught. Looks like he stayed in bounds too. Great work. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that gives the Lions the 1st.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. We're all watching that sideline here, seeing where those feet came down.
And no matter what they rule here, Kate, that was an outstanding effort just to make the catch.
Yeah.
Now we got to look and see, did he get both feet in with possession?
They sent it out to New York just to be safe, and the folks there saw enough to change that call. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their 1st timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. The Lions readying for the punt. Jack Fox will kick it away. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And they're going to take over possession. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll send him over right. On 1st down, Allen gets this to Kincaid. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Alex Anzalone there on the stop.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can you get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. You know, it's great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
There was a window there for a moment, but boy, did they close the gap before that throw could arrive.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here's a give to Cook. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. A timeout taken here by the Lions. That's their 3rd. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. On again comes Jake Camarda to punt this away. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. Fair catch called for, and he's got it right near the 30-yard line. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And they'll take over with minimal time remaining in the half. They've got first down here, but just 18 seconds to work with. Motioning him from the slot right. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be first down, Detroit. So we have reached halftime in Super Bowl 59 from New Orleans. Now we'll send you east to our studios in Orlando. That's where Jonathan Coachman is waiting to bring you the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. And what a season this has been, and it is nearing a conclusion. You guys enjoy the show out there. We'll get it back out to you, too, in just a moment.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Enough waiting, let's crown a champion, shall we? The second half of the Super Bowl is underway. On the return, here comes Davis. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Bills ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He finds Kincaid. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case, tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Now run by Cook. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Now Allen. Cook calls it in. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
A 5th defensive back into the game for the Lions. Third down coming. They motion the tight end over. Allen on 3rd and short. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Again, it's Cook. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it. Second down now, 7 to go. Allen setting up to throw. his tight end.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Shakir in motion right. Allen from the gun here on 3rd. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Allen looking to throw. The throw is caught. And he almost gets to the 5. He goes out at the 6. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. To throw again, it's Allen. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Dalton Kincaid, the intended target there. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as...
And he takes it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills grow the lead coming out of halftime. Dalton Kincaid with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Bass on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bills grow the lead now to 22 points. Bass now to kick this away. Here's Raymond on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Lions offense returning to the field. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Off play action. Goff. Launches one deep downfield. And he's there to send that one away. Incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. And it sets up 2nd down.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react? Read and react. You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Goff trying again on 2nd and 10. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Throw complete to Williams. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They got 24 yards on the play. And that gives the Lions the first.
We hear about basketball on grass so much more of the space and speed coming to the NFL game. That play's so indicative of it. Get that point guard in the open field and let him do his thing.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Handoff to Gibbs from the gun. And he's able to work this down to the 41. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Again, it's Gibbs. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down. Call it no gain, maybe one at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2. Another one for Gibbs. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Goff on 1st and 10. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And no one had a shot at that. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
I'll tell you what that deflection right there, Kate, tells me. That defense was following and reading the quarterback's eyes, knew exactly where that throw was going. And it takes a little bit of intuition, a little bit of feel. He's able to get his hands on it and knock it out of bounds.
2nd and 10 now. Pass taken in by St. Brown. He's got a gain of 6 there. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap here to Goff. He has the first over the middle. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. From the red zone now. He brings it in. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
They send a man in motion. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. A gain of 3, and now they're going to be able to plan for 1st and goal.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Gibbs. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
So we're winding down to the end of the 2024 season. That's the end of 3 in Super Bowl 59. It's Lions football. Some ground to make up if they want that title. They're lining up on the doorstep, 2nd and goal from inside the 1. Going power with the big tight end. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know they had bigger visions when they called that play. This is one of those spots, Kate, where when a defense is dialed in, especially in the red zone, it's very tough to surprise them with anything.
Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. Goff. And the catch is made. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions get it back to within 2 possessions. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
The Lions offense looks like they're staying out there. We got a 2-point try coming up. He's throwing for it! And the pass succeeds. A little momentum builder as they try to dig into this deficit. Well, Brock, the run's certainly an option as they lined up for 2, but as an offense, what are you looking for when you decide to throw it instead?
Well, you've spent all week working on these plays, and usually you have 2 or 3 that you like. That run game, you're right, you can run it. But there's so much more space with creativity in the passing game. And good offenses, elite offenses, they find a way not just to practice it, but to execute it when it matters.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. On the return, here comes Davis. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Possession switching back to Buffalo as their offense heads out. And you can see in these clips quite an extensive highlight reel he's put together in what is a 4-touchdown game for him already.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say this guy's in the zone. I know in hoops, sometimes shooters say that hoop looks and that basket looks enormous, right? I know on a golf course, you're thinking, man, everything is a birdie. For this guy today, 4 touchdowns on the ledger, he's made it look easy.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Allen. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Jack Campbell with the INT. He was trying to fit it into a window in the zone coverage, but by the time he let it go, boy, Brock, that lane had closed, and someone was there to make a play on it.
Now, what you're trying to do in zone coverage defensively is make that quarterback see a window that isn't actually there. And as soon as he takes the bait and sends it over the middle, well, you got 1, 2, 3 defenders all there in range to go pick it off.
The offense headed out now for Detroit. And I'm pretty sure, Brock, they hadn't even all sat down on that sideline yet to rest. And now they're right back out there with a great chance to repeat their last touchdown.
And you will take that every day of the week and twice on Sundays. You don't mind at all. You got that defense right now reeling after the touchdown. And look at where they start with the football now.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Goff setting to throw. Able to find right. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the gun, Goff. He finds Laporta. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. So now here's 3rd and 5. Gibbs now from the gun. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. They get 6 and a first down as well.
Ask for a little bit more on that one. Ask that running back to come up with more than he's used to on third down, and he made it look like just another day at the office. I wouldn't expect every conversion to go as smoothly, but he sure made that one look routine.
They'll toss it to Gibbs. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
2nd and 13. Completed over the middle. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Tight end in motion left. They go play action with Goff. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. They'll go for it. Goff. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. It's an 8-yard gain. What a great call on 4th down. It keeps this drive moving.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
A give to Gibbs. And he will get this to the end zone for a Detroit touchdown. The Lions pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. So great work by the running back there, Brock. He saw a little bit of space, took advantage, and he took it all the way for 6.
So good, Kate. You'll hear running back coaches say this: slow to and then explode through. And that's exactly what he did. Slow to the hole, but explodes for the touchdown.
Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. On the return, here comes Davis. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. The Bills set to take over offensively. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. First and 10 now from the 30. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They kick the running back in motion. 2nd and 4. Fires right away, but incomplete.
Not an open passing lane to be found anywhere. He took what he thought was the best one available, and they still managed to tip the ball away.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Shakir sent in motion left. Looking to throw. Connection made to Shakir. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that's good for a Bills first down.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility. Get outside the pocket and find that open man.
Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And this one doesn't go far. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. They did it! He made the interception! Brian Branch has it! And the Lions have some new life in the 4th! All right, that's now his 2nd interception thrown in this game. Obviously not a stat you want, but he does have those 4 touchdowns to fall back on.
And that pick, well, makes it a little bit better performance for this defense, right? I mean, you get burned 4 times, but at least you got a couple to hang your hat on that you did take away. I'm not sure that fact is going to save them from what's going to be a really rough film session, though.
The Detroit offense getting ready for its next drive. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Now Goff. Finds Laporta. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 43. Pass complete to Gibbs. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
It's sure nice to have that safety valve. Sure nice to have a running back that's not just able to tote it, Kate, but he's able to catch it. That's now multiple times they've looked his way, and multiple times he's delivered.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Now Gibbs. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in New Orleans. Lions down by 7. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Here's Goff. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled for a short gain.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Here he is to throw. Into the hands of Gibbs. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
Lions really moving with a sense of urgency. Clock keeps running. Throwing now. That's caught for the first. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Running it with Gibbs. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Detroit calls timeout. It's 2nd. Still one more in their pocket to use. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. This is complete to Gibbs. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all to try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Here he is to throw. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes. Incomplete.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. To throw. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. This is Cook on the handoff. And he's going to work his way up to the 19. A timeout taken here by the Lions. That's their 3rd. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. The Bills take a knee, and they'll let the seconds tick away in this win.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
After one final kneel down, partner, and this should do it. He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one. And the Buffalo Bills have finally done it. They avenged the teams of the 90s. Buffalo has won the Super Bowl. And for all the talk we heard from every team at the start of the season, Brock, they're the ones, these guys right here, who fought all the way to this point and are now champions forever.
What a storybook season. You know, at times it even seemed like it's ripped right from a movie. The way the pieces fell into place along the way, all of it led to these final 4 quarters of football in this moment that they will never forget. I know not a one of them out there could have imagined a better final scene to the movie that has been their season. Super